Nice.
Nice. Nice.
Nice.
Nice.
I went vegan a little over 6 years ago, and it actually happened after I watched a few things. I got really into Rage Against the Machine, and all of their... It wasn't necessarily like a vegan thing, but it was very much like fighting injustice. So that really stuck with me. And then I got into yoga and meditation, and one of the kind of ideas in yoga is ahimsa, which means non-violence. So I realized if I was going to align my morals with, align my lifestyle with my morals, then I needed to not contribute to that violence against animals.
Absolutely. You just made a point that I was thinking about. Compassion. How many of us have compassion out there for others? We also got to keep in mind that those that want compassion maybe are being abused themselves. A lot of people get paid to abuse animals because they need to make a living. I don't have any doubt that it's a struggle out there for a lot of people. But what we're asking you guys today is to simply make a compassionate choice that affects everybody, including yourself, including our society. So what is a compassionate choice, do you think, Savannah? What is being compassionate?
I think being compassionate is kind of if you realize that something is hurting somebody else, or your dollar is going to something like the suffering of animals. Compassion would be to make a different choice. And it's really so easy in this day and age to go to the grocery store, and instead of choosing something that's really, really harmful that results in somebody's death, choosing somebody's dead body, to choose something that comes from a plant source. So that's just one, aspect of compassion, just making different choices.
Absolutely. And it's full circle. I've been vegan for 3 years. Haven't been sick for 2.5 years. Like the sign says, we can get our strength from our God-given immune systems by grounding, consuming spices, vitamin C, vitamin D, zinc, and mushrooms, exercise, reducing stress, a good social and spiritual life, a balanced whole food plant-based diet, and good quality sleep. Oh, I can't stress the sleep part enough. And minimize exposure to wireless radiation. Ooh, is that like 5G we're going into? Grounding means bodily contact with wet sand, earth, or grass, such as obtained by walking barefoot along the shore. And Savannah, you walk barefoot all the time.
I love that.
Talk about that.
Yes, I do. I love walking barefoot. It's not so fun on the concrete, but any chance I get, I love to take off my shoes and get in that wet soil, that just to be with the earth. And because we're walking around on shoes all day, but that's not really connecting. That's kind of like a barrier between us and the earth.
Sure. Look at this cute dog right here. Oh my God, it's adorable. We would never kill or hurt a dog.
Exactly.
Why do we do this to pigs? Why do we do this to chickens? Why do we do this to cows? They did nothing to us. Where's your compassionate side? Where's your heart at? And that's what compassion means to me. It means having a heart, tapping into your heart. Because we all have hearts, but myself became cold-hearted once my grandmother passed away. I didn't have any really good upbringing. My father loves alcohol. My mother loves methamphetamine. So I had to discover what life was on my own and experience it the worst way, and it's changed me dramatically thanks to that experience. But for a lot of people out there, they don't get a second chance. I was given a second chance. I was given my life back going vegan. So this isn't something that I'm trying to sell you. I'm not making any money out of this. This just changed my life dramatically, and I hope it changed yours too, because you deserve the best. Peace to you, brother. Peace to you, bro.
Yeah, what Lou was saying about the doggy, just if you get a chance to look at the footage, can you imagine if these were dog bodies or cat bodies? What would we think? Would we think that this is okay to purchase and feed to our kids, feed to our families? Is it just because it's not a dog or a cat? What is it that we've come to understand about animals where we feel like there's a distinction between a cow, a chicken, and a pig rather than a dog or a cat? And dogs and cats are so privileged in this society. society.
I'm watching kids as they're walking by right here. Parents, please tell your kids don't hurt animals. Where did we disconnect from being kind, loving animals, to putting them in our mouths? Animals cause disease. Animals cause cancer. And you're putting that in your mouth. Stop being a fool. Change your life, please. We're begging you. This is for all of us. This is for our environment. This is for our planet that we live in. There's only one.
On the environmental aspect, there's this argument that people will make to continue eating animals that plants have feelings, and I kind of like that argument because it's just a chance to let people know that, well, if you care about plant feelings, you would realize we grow more plants to feed to animals than we do to feed to humans, and it just results in so much destruction. Not to mention like all the water we feed to the animals, all the food, all the land. Where do you think that all of their digestive stuff goes? It goes into the oceans. It goes into our water supply. It's just all bad.
It's all bad, and for a few people, am I loud? It's all bad, but for a few people, they're getting rich and profiting off of our misery. And it's unfortunate that we can't wake up to this, and we're still in our own stubborn ways because of our taste buds. You can still eat all the things you love, as shown in this little pamphlet here. You can eat burgers, pizza, hot dogs, all plant-based, and I eat them every day. Yeah, sir, you're watching this. What are you thinking about? This is torture. This is murder. This is what we pay for every single day with our dollar. Stop doing it. Change your life now. You're not really changing much either, except for the murder part. I eat probably more than the average 4 or 5 times a day, and I don't seem to gain any weight. So plant-based is truly the best thing for us.
Yeah, and
I just saw a video on China. Look what they're doing to the dog.
Absolutely, China.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
And so if we realize that it's not okay for dogs, what makes it okay for any other creature?
Well, Savannah, let people know what's going on in China. There's a festival going on where they murder thousands of dogs.
And it happens every year.
And if that were to happen here in America, people would be crying, they'd be upset, they'd be screaming, but it's happening to pigs and cows and nobody cares. Well, they do care, they just don't see it as well. This is all footage from hidden cameras, and you see the suffering going on, the misery, and we wake up to the fact that, hey, I don't want to pay for this anymore. This isn't what I'm about. I've never been about this. I just been lied to and blindfolded.
Yeah, and I think another part of the struggle to go vegan is that we don't have support from our friends and family, because maybe I think a lot of it is allowing yourself to feel that hurt and empathize with the animals and realize that the people on top do not have empathy for the animals. They don't have empathy for you. This is an industry of suffering. This is an industry that funds the medical industrial complex. This is an industry that funds all of the other industries that only seek to profit off of the harm that they're causing.
Absolutely. It's all wrong. And where did we go wrong? For profit, I suppose. What do you think, sir? Why are we doing this? So the question is, why are we murdering milk cows? So we basically breed them to milk them, and once they're no good for milk, we kill them and we eat them. So thank you for your service. Now I'm going to chop your head off and eat you. That's kind of how filthy and disgusting we've become in this country. And we can still do almond milk. It's super good. You just freeze it up, make it nice and cold. It's amazing. You can still do cheese. There's plant-based cheese. Thank you for your time, sir. And thank you for stopping and actually talking with us. Interaction. I love it. You can still have all the things you love, like I just said. There's no excuse for animal abuse.
Yes, very true. So if anyone is interested in maybe just learning more about the industry itself, there's plenty of information. If you're interested in the health aspect, there's plenty of information. It's much better for our health. And of course, if you are an animal lover and you're ready to take that step, just come ask us questions. We're here to help. We're not here to push anything on you. We're just here to open that door for you to change and make more compassionate choices.
Apparently we're too loud, but that's the whole thing. We got to be loud for the animals. We got to make sure everybody hears us. This is an emergency. This is a crisis. This is possibly going to make us all suffer in the future. bit of confusion here. So yeah, I just heard that. Hey, Savannah, did you hear that? They banned fur in Israel.
No, I didn't. That's awesome.
That is awesome. California's doing the same. We still got to wait a few years, but it's in the motions of stopping everything.
Yeah.
So that's a beautiful thing. What are your thoughts on that?
I think that it's amazing. Any step that saves animals from lives of torture, from being bred into existence just to be used, is an amazing step. But the individual, a really important step that we can take is going vegan. Maybe it doesn't make the biggest difference, but at least it kind of gives us that level of awareness, and I think that's really important to have. So yeah, banning fur is amazing because less animals are being hurt.
Right, the skin of another animal that had it ripped off its body. We don't know if they were conscious or not. We don't know where they came from. We just simply buy things because we're not thinking about where they come from. And it's a terrible thing when you find out the truth, and it's not needed. Our planet, there's two.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, thank you very much for your time. Go vegan.
Thanks, everybody. Please ask us questions. There's a lot of information here. Yeah, we're here to help you.
Nice.
Nice. Nice.
Nice.